guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys once again for joining me, and if you're new, welcome here, and make sure to subscribe and like my videos. Hopefully you will, and I will really appreciate it. But anyway, today guys, we are here to talk about something new. It is what they are calling the Double Wear Hydrating Foundation, and that is this little guy here. This is the Estee Lauder Futurist Rescuing Moisturizing Makeup, broad spectrum SPF 45. Now this has all kinds of claims. It claims to be skin loving, it claims to be smoothing, contain chia seed extract and ionized water for skin plumping and moisture, has an instant radiant glow, claims to be full coverage, lightweight formula, immediately covers visible redness, and diffuses the look of dry lines. Never heard somebody say dry lines. It does say dry lines, pores, and spots. Spots? Okay. Looks flawless and smooth, stays true to color all day long, and it, of course, ophthalmologist, blah, 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 tested. Well, let's get to it and test it. It comes in this little guy here that reminds me oh so much of this one here. Just to the YSL, what is it? The YSL Touche Latte Glow-in-One, and I did moisturize my face. I'm not going to use a primer because I don't like using primers when we're trying out a new foundation. I'm just going to put it on with my fingers right now. I have some powder on my palette, which we'll get to in a second. But that's what these little phalanges here are for. If you guys know who says that all the time. You guys, I never tell you guys when I talk about you know who says that all the time. I love Graveyard Girl. That's my girl right there, but that's who I keep quoting. I love quoting her. That girl's crazy. I've been watching her forever. One of my first videos I did with makeup was one of the first ones was with that Tarte, her Tarte collab. Well, this is going on really, really nice. Let me get my close-up mirror here so I can kind of see what I'm doing. I've used probably about the equivalent of 2 pumps. I have a lot of redness on my face. I do have fine lines. I do have some texture. I am bringing this all the way under my eye. I'm not going to use a concealer with this. When they say full coverage, I try to go ahead and bring it all the way up instead of using a concealer because I don't really have darkness under my eyes. I use it just to kind of get that smoothing, perfecting, and this foundation claims to be smoothing and perfecting, so let's just do that. Now, they claim to it claims to kind of be like the Double Wear's, I guess, big sister that's moisturizing and kind of whatnot. It is very, very glowy. It does blend very well. It does seem to be covering up my redness, which is terribly red. Let's go ahead and whatnot. I'm going to go ahead because I'm not going to use any concealer. I'm going to use it as a primer on my eyelids. What the hell? Let's try. Let's just go for trying it all over. Because when I'm getting ready, like my regular everyday makeup, that's how I use it. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes and I will be right back. Now I did let this go ahead and sit for about 5 minutes. I did my eyebrows too while I was off camera. And it is settling in a little bit. I think it is looking incredible. I'm really liking it. Now it's really coming through. I have a little tiny birthmark right there that's coming through, but other than that, I mean, you can't see. My redness isn't really coming through, and I mean, I'm under some really torturous lights that like show everything. So, but the thing is, it's not settling down. It's still lifting quite a bit. Now what I want to do is using new products. I found this little guy here, and I just got a little sample because, honey, I can't afford this stuff. It is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. This has been around for a while. I managed to procure a little sample like this. I will tell you, I put it out on my little palette here, and I just got a little feel of it, and it is exactly like my bamboo powder. I was like amazed. So I'm going to take my Sonia G, the Master Face Brush, and I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit of this powder just like I would my bamboo powder. And I'm just going to set my face. Just, I'm going to do it very lightly because I don't want to lose this glow. But there's areas of my face I have to have set. But I figured, let's try this powder because I saw that everyone was talking so highly of it. There we go. Now see, I did lose some of the glow, but I think it will come through. I don't mind a foundation being dewy and glowy, but if it doesn't set down, I mean, what's the point, you know? That did look beautiful, that glow, but we can put that back in with highlighter. Let's go ahead and see how, let's see how some products work on top of this, and we'll go from there. Go ahead and grab one of my favorites, is In the Sun by Fenty Beauty, and that's this little guy here. I use this kind of bronzer, kind of contour, if I guess you could say, and I'm using the Rephr number 5 brush. I love these Rephr brushes. Now I am kind of patting still on it because it is still feeling a little tacky. Now when your foundation is feeling tacky, if you kind of pat instead of go streak across, you'll help the products that you're putting on help kind of set it. So I don't want to take away all of that glow. I want to keep as much as I can, but let's face it, we got to put back some dimension back into her face. So I'm using this In the Sun just to kind of bronze / contour. I say that because I go a little deeper right here in the hollows of my cheeks with it, and it is a cooler tone kind of bronzer. See how that does kind of contour, but then I do bring it up into here so I get that bronzing effect. I am really liking this foundation. I can't say enough about it. I did watch a couple of reviews from people. I don't even know who they were. One girl only had, I think she only had about 300 subscribers on her channel, but she had about 400 views. There's not a lot of people talking about this foundation, and I really don't understand why. Let's grab this one here. This is the Classic Cheek from my Sonia G. I love these sky brushes. I like using them, and I hate to kind of like use them online sometimes on my videos because I don't want you guys to feel like I'm, flexing. Is that what they call it? Flexing now. This is the Ciate blush, and that's in Hollow. This actually came in my BoxyCharm box, I believe. Yep, BoxyCharm. And I've been really enjoying this blush. There we go. Just blend that out. Now I do like to bring a little bit of my blush up into here and across the bridge of my nose and my chin, just to kind of blend it all together. I'm really liking just that that glow. It's hard to see it on actual real life. I think it's looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyes, put a little lipstick on, and I will be back. Aww. And I am back with my entire face done. It has actually been a couple hours, guys. I am really sorry, but it is holding up. I didn't put any highlighter on because I really wanted you to see it really settled down nicely and still kept, look at that. It's got a pretty just glow to it. I really like this. And, a lot of people are saying it's not full coverage. Now, just under my eyes, from blending under my eyes and brushing away the extra like fallout and stuff from my eyeshadow, it did kind of wear it right there a little just from me rubbing on my eyes. But other than that, it is looking pretty good. And that's it, guys. But I'm probably going to put a couple of check-ins maybe. This has been after about 2 hours. I'll probably put a check-in after this, and I will see you then. So I'll see you in a little while. Hey guys, I am back for a check-in. Sorry, I'm just cleaning my room and trying to get some things done. You guys never get this angle. This is like the other side of the filming area. I have my light behind me trying to block it, but I thought this lighting would really show you. Now I have a lot of texture to my skin, but I really wanted you to see the glow, and this just really picked up the glow and whatnot. Now as far as my skin, now if I turn this way, and you can see on my regular lighting, you can see the texture. A lot of that is, I used the highlighter I'm not real happy with today, but You can see that really accentuates a lot of my texture, but you do kind of get a good view of how this is. I hate that I put that highlighter on because I wonder if I take my sponge and kind of tap it just a little bit. I don't want to take the mess of foundation up, but usually with this certain highlighter, I can usually take a little bit of powder on a sponge and usually make it like chill out. There. I mean, it took away some of the glow to the foundation, but I mean, you can see where I really kind of got rid of some of that. Really happy with this foundation. Now, I'm not somebody that was big on double wear, and that's mainly because it's too matte for me, and it makes my aging skin just look shriveled up and dry. This really, I mean, honestly, this I feel really plumps up my skin, especially around here, around my eyes, where it gets dehydrated looking later on in the day. It seemed to really kind of help that. Now, even through here, I always lose my makeup right there because of how my lip folds over my chin right there. I get that crease. But it held up really good. I'm really surprised. I'm making funny faces at you guys. I'm sorry, but I really wanted you to see this. I really like this foundation. I believe it was $45, which is, I mean, that's not that bad. It took about 2 pumps, but then I'm a little heavy-handed with foundation. Plus, my foundation brush was clean. It didn't have anything on it, so it kind of, you know, it is a synthetic brush, so it doesn't soak up the product, but I do go a little heavy. I didn't try it with the sponge, but I did kind of go over it with the sponge and kind of just a few areas that I felt looked kind of like it was starting to look creasy, and that's mainly just because of my crumbly lines around my eyes and around my nose and just around my mouth because I ate something. This is the Tarte sponge, and if you like the what is it? The sponge from Dose of Color, which I lost my Dose of Color sponge. I don't know what I've done with it. And I picked this up. This came free with the foundation. I wanted to try one of their old foundations that I just never tried. I tried a sample and I liked it and I just never bought it. So I don't know why. That's the Rainforest of the Sea. And I've heard that that's going to be discontinued. I don't know. I heard when that might be discontinued, but who knows? Now that with Foundsealer and face tape, who knows? I like that Foundsealer foundations too, but I'll tell you, as far as dewy foundations, I think this is a big forerunner for me. You will probably see me using this one a lot more. The color 1 and 2 in Ecru, ECRU, was perfect for me. It had a little bit of a yellow tone, but it was cool enough that it didn't really matter. I mean, you can see, I thought it may be a little light for me when I looked at it in the tube, but I mean, it's hard to tell. But yeah, I like it. I would definitely give it 2 thumbs up, and I would definitely suggest it. If you are in the market for a brand new foundation that you want to try, a dewy foundation, and if you're not happy with some of the dewy foundations out, you might like this one because it's very different from the other dewy foundations. Really, it's pretty cool. I would definitely try it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you enter my giveaway, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. I just wanted to pop on here real quick at the end of the video to show you, I did go ahead and change my eyeshadow. I wiped off my lids, but look, and kind of like dusted some powder over that horrible highlighter I had on. But I mean, look at this. This is like incredible. I went into Ulta, and the girls all in Ulta knew me, and I had like 3 or 4 of them ask me what foundation I was wearing, and when I told them, they were like, oh my god, we don't even have that in yet. How'd you get it? I got it online. I ordered it as soon as it came out. But anyway, look at that glow. That's not a highlighter. That is the foundation. And I thought I wasn't going to like this as much. And I liked it. And then I didn't think I was going to like it. And now I love it. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera because I'm actually driving. So, sorry. But anyway, I digress again. It is so glowy and so dewy at the beginning. But
when you set it down, it's like, don't be scared to set it down like most dewy foundations. You set them and like you lose all the glow that they have. This one, the glow still comes through. No matter how, you know, if you set it, if you bake your under eyes, whatever the case may be. I personally don't think you need concealer if it's just an everyday wear. This is, I would say, a high medium to full coverage foundation, only because you can sheer this out. You have to kind of really sheer it. I tried to kind of play around with it on my hand, trying to sheer it to see if I could get a low, you know, a light coverage with it, and you can't. It looks patchy if you try to do that. This is a go-getter full coverage foundation, and look at that glow. It's just so gorgeous. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to do that. It also has been on about 12 hours at this point, and it's like holding up. Love you guys. Bye.